Cyberpunk Red Apogee with our lovely crew here. Hello everyone. We want to give a quick shout out to the Forge, and we appreciate their usage of their hosting for the Foundry service we use. If you guys need Foundry hosting, check out the Forge. Without further ado, let's check in with our cast and see what's going on in their world. Asriel, what's going on with you, man?
Oh, whenever I can actually, I don't know, like, it's more Starfield. I mean, I don't know why, I just won't, I just don't know that I'm going to stop playing that game for another, like, I think Todd Howard said something about, like, he wants the game to last for 10 years, and I'm pretty sure it's going to last for longer than 10 years. Because Skyrim has lasted for how long? Almost like 12, 15 years, and like they've released six versions, and
Yeah.
so, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Starfield is going to have a similar arc. But yeah, like I bought a ship. I bought a new ship. I know.
Who are you?
I know. I bought the shield breaker.
Why would you buy a ship?
Because I don't want to invest the 5 hours into trying and failing to build one, because okay, hang on, shh. I do not have the skill. I don't have the Starship engineering skill. I don't have like the ability to install all these mods that you get access to with your maxed out skills. I don't have that, so I have to buy the ship. I still can't fly Class C's. I can only fly Class B's, and thank God Shieldbreaker is Class B. There were a few other ones that were in there, like like the Pelican. That's the big cargo ship. And there were a couple of other ones that I looked at, but the Shieldbreaker, it had a nice balance. Like, it's got autocannons on it already, so I don't have to worry about that. So and now, like, it's got like a crew of 5 or 6, but I can only have like 3 because of my loot level isn't there yet. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm going through that tree. I managed to hire Gideon. I hired, what was that lady? Mariska?
Marika.
Yeah, the shotgun lady. I don't know, like, I finished off the UC Vanguard, or I finished off that quest line. So I got like the ally from that quest line. I've pulled that one in. So I've got like lots of companions, and to the point that like some of them are unassigned, like, because I can't put them in any of the outposts. I can't put them in any of my ships, so they just got to sit wherever they are. So I can't hire anymore.
I have a mod for that reason. And I have
I don't want to play with mods.
17 of them on my ship.
Yeah, I don't want to play with mods. Not right now. Like, the first run, I want to be vanilla. Yeah, I know.
It's Bethesda
like
game, vanilla.
The only mod that I would probably install would be like Star UI, just because.
That's really good.
Really bothersome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been working on like my special abilities. Just lots of work going in. So I'm almost to 6 days of in-game time, and I feel like I still have barely done anything.
I apparently still need to find out where 2 of the temples are, man. So I feel you.
Go talk to Vlad. He's got you.
He hasn't given me any the last time I talked to him.
Okay.
So
have you been to Procyon? There's 2 in that system.
I'm not sure. I may have. Can't remember all of them.
One of them's Temple Theta. That's the one I was just at, and then there's another one.
Yeah, I could technically look it up and see which ones I've missed, but
that's spoilers. Anyway, but yeah, other than that, it's been good. I will say this: whenever I do finally actually get around to streaming a game, I'm not going to stream my current character. I'm going to create a new one.
You should do that.
my current character is Lucas Blackstone, and Vasco. When I get off the ship or whenever I come up to the ship, he says Captain Lucas. He always calls me Captain Lucas. He never says Captain Blackstone. I don't know if
First
that's
name.
like a way. Yeah, it's always the first name.
Always first name from what I've seen, unless he can't say the first name.
Oh, okay. Then he just says hi, Captain, or something.
If he can't say the first name or last name, yes.
Okay. Good to know.
But from what
I'm trying to use like real names.
Yeah,
like,
from what I've been able to tell, if you have a name he can say, he will say the first name that he can say.
Cool. So I just need to do like gobbledygook, then the last name if I wanted to say the last name.
Pretty much. Or just put the last name first.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it that way, because technically you usually would refer to captain and then last name. So I would almost say they should have done it in the reverse order, but
I'm sure that somebody will come up with a mod for that.
Probably. There is the community patch out now, so you should at least get that.
I mean, like whenever the Game Pass thing updates, that's when I update.
No. Like there's community patch. It's technically a mod. It's the community doing quality of life fixes.
Okay.
That's a mod that you should always get for any Bethesda game. Even if you want to play it vanilla, that is just basic quality of life fixing bugs.
Sure. Yeah, I'll look into that because I still haven't quite figured out how to mod Xbox Game Pass.
You know, you could talk to someone who knows.
Good.
Be really difficult.
You have the Steam version.
No, I
Does
don't.
it matter? Oh, I thought you had the Steam version.
No.
Oh, is that the reason why I see you online all the time?
Yes.
All right, so I'll have to talk to you later then. Okay.
It's not hard. Also, if you feel like doing something, since you have Pass, ping Mr. Matt in the Hat and I. We're thinking about doing something if you're interested and you have Game Pass. But we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
I've taken up a lot of time.
Speaking of Matt in the Hat, how's it going, Matt? Dude, thank you so much.
I'm good. Yeah, why?
Because your stuff helped. They loved the book that you let me print out, and they asked if they could have a copy of it. So there you go. People are already liking your stuff. The guidelines for weather was very helpful. And they got to take on a boar today.
A boar? Nice.
Yes, a boar is technically 2, so it fit within the spectrum by itself.
Oh, yeah.
But a
boar is a moderate encounter.
Yeah, it mauled him. But
they
made it.
Look, you'll experience for yourself, like, Pathfinder.
Oh, yeah.
Come here.
But that's why I wanted it. Like, I had to homebrew 5e a lot just to try to get the feel of the setting. It's supposed to be a higher threat setting because it's before human civilization really picked up. It's the beginning of it. And so it's supposed to be a higher threat. So it had to be homebrewed to be 5e. And then it's all this homebrew stuff, trying to remember all of it. Or we could just switch to Pathfinder and it already basically fits what we need. So non-magical healing? Check. Higher threat range? Check. No homebrew. We're done.
Look, I'm very pleased that your players and yourself have already found that stuff useful. And yeah, I will continue to work on those things. It's good to like do stuff like this. I think it's very useful. And when I made that action booklet, like I printed out a whole bunch of them, and like everyone uses them every session. It doesn't matter. Like we've been playing for like the whole time since playtest, and like it's just so like you can't remember everything. So it's just you open it up and it's like there it is, bam.
The face on one of my players today was all because of you. He looked through the book and was like, "Wait, you can follow the expert? What's this?" Oh. So that's all you.
Awesome. That is great. Yeah, so I'm doing real well. I'm pretty much like 100% recovered. I have occasional cough here and there, but like I'm back to pretty much full capabilities. While I was sick, I was doing all of these extra documents, and I achieved so much, like in the last week. And I just look back at it, and I don't know. I just keep on being so thankful that I'm at this stage of my life where I can achieve like things, and where I can get up and be useful and be productive. And you know, I had a long time in mid 2000s, 2010s, 5 years or so, where I just wasn't capable. Like I just didn't ability to do stuff. So now that I do, so thankful. I'm just so thankful. So I'm doing real good. I've started streaming back up again. I streamed The Room, or I probably got one more session of The Room 4 to finish it, and then I'll be done.
You look like you're enjoying that, by the way.
Yeah, look, I'm not good. I'm not good at the game, which is kind of funny, because like, you know, you sort of, you look around and you touch on things and you're like, well, I think I'm missing something. I'm not sure what it is. Do I put on the like hints for this, or do I keep on looking, not knowing what they're trying to tell me, not knowing what it is? You know, and it's like you get to a point and you're just like, you know what? I'm either really dumb, or it's just like so vague, or like I've just missed it, or whatever.
Keep in mind,
I keep on coming back to I'm not good at this.
But a struggle like that is sometimes more enjoyable to watch to people than you just going through and be like, oh yeah, we got it. Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah, like
so if you're enjoying it and it's a challenge, it's great.
No, it's been good. Yeah.
Have you played the Talos Principle?
Briefly, I've got number 1, and I've seen some people playing number 2 recently.
I wasn't sure, like if you were exploring those kinds of games. Talos Principle sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've got a number of like puzzle games on my list, but I think once I'm done with The Room, I need to go back and finish Dishonored and finish my Rage Quit series. With that. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's more like, here are games that I've wanted to finish, and I didn't finish them, and pushing myself to either re-experience it, or just pushing through the hours of getting it done, just getting it done. So that's something that I wanted to do, and I'm hoping to do some more music streams. They've been very successful, I would say. People have been super like positive about them, which I wasn't really expecting the level of positivity, because it's just me and my piano. But like, I don't know, without recording anything, without like special stuff, it seems like people vibe on it. At least that's the response that I've been getting. And you know, there's talent there, but I'm not real good. And so like, I know that, and then I hear back, you know, pretty good feedback, and it's like, okay, well, here is something that I obviously should be doing more of. And I've got people pushing me too to like maybe do some recording of my own songs as well. So.
Please do.
Respectfully, Matt, I'm going to disagree with the
You can disagree.
I'm going to disagree with the pretty good. There is an energy that you put forth when you are doing something that you love like that, with live music that comes across to other people very obviously. You enjoy what you're doing just simply because you're getting to make music, and that makes a huge difference in the stream, the way it comes across.
Yep.
It absolutely does.
You do, and there's like no like you can tell when people don't enjoy it and they do it just because, like, just to make money. You don't do that. You don't do it for that reason. You do it because you love it. Mm-hmm. You should continue to do it. You should record. You should do like all these things that you think you shouldn't do. All of them you should do. Like your energy is not wasted.
No, definitely not a waste.
You do a great job with
it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so doing good. Things are on the up. Campaigns are going great. I have to say, like, as close to Cloud9 as you can be, like, I am there, man, and that's wonderful to feel. I'm
glad to hear it.
Very blessed.
I will say that, like, hearing you say that, and where you were, like, during, I think there was like a point where we were like in chapter 1, and like you were like, you had a lot of stress going on, and you had like school, and you had like these other things in your life, and you were on like in a valley, or at least it seemed to me like you were in a valley, and you were like, you climbing out of that valley and getting where you are now is just amazing to watch. So kudos to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Well, keep it up, man. You're doing great. Mr. Mixed.
Hello.
How is the nutsy world going?
Well, things are good, other than having Noida kick the living shit out of me earlier when I was trying to stream. That wasn't much fun.
Say what?
Noida. Have you not seen Noida?
I don't know.
Noida. It's a roguelite where you're basically kind of playing this wizard with 4 wands to go wandering through this mine-like dungeon, and it is more like an old-school arcade game than anything else. It's a hardcore game. You're playing until you basically die, and it was definitely a rough one earlier today. I hadn't played it in probably 3 or 4 weeks when I picked it back up today to do it, and it took a while to get back to speed with it. Picked up and been playing a little bit of Lethal Company. Obviously still streaming Zomboid. I did a couple hours of that earlier today. For other plans going forward, I'm going to start doing more than just Zomboid every week. I don't want to burn on it. I'm going to probably do Zomboid Mondays and at least one other day of the week. Looking to try to end up doing more multiple people streams at the same time, where I can end up having multiple players doing the same thing, whether it's maybe Baldur's Gate. Jarl was talking to me earlier on today about picking up Humanity Z, because he wants to stream that with me, which that looks like a blast, but I don't have the game yet. But I'm definitely looking to try to diversify out a little bit, because I want to be able to keep playing Zomboid because I enjoy it, but I don't want it to feel like it's drudgery to do what it is that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. I want to continue to enjoy the game. If I do it too much, I won't.
I will say this. I'm sorry, like I keep cutting into people's stuff. I'll say that, like, watching you play Zomboid is like teaching. Like, you're teaching me how to play Zomboid, because I'm terrible, and like I haven't played it in a while, and like I would like some of the stuff that you do in that game I wouldn't even think to do, because I've never tried it before. Like, you're basically dismantling your house, and I'm like, wait a minute, I shouldn't take this wall out because, you know, it's a load bearing wall. That's not a load bearing wall. That stuff's not going to fall in on you. So now I know I can just basically like knock out the entire bottom floor and
gut the house. Yeah, gut the house. Nothing bad's going to happen to it other than if zombies do break into the house, then you have only one big room to run around in versus multiple doors. But
then like it was funny that like you're like, when you climb up the rope, like the sheet ladder, you're climbing through the roof.
Yep, that's a glitch that I'm sure that at some point or another they're going to address. I know that on one of the older setups, they wouldn't let you put a sheet rope up on a roof or on a window that would do that unless you went outside on the roof and bashed the roof out. And then it would rain into the house in that exact same spot where you did it. They took that away just simply because they felt like it. I mean, I don't know exactly why they decided to do that.
It's too realistic.
Well, with the next patch, with the next major patch that comes out, you're going from having a maximum of 5 and 6 story buildings to having 32 story skyscrapers. There's a test.
I still have no idea how they're going to do that.
Oh, they've already got working set up for the way that ends up working. There's a guy who's been doing bug test for it at this point, has had a single character survive 6 months having never gone outside. Working from the top floor of a skyscraper back down, started in the middle of it, got on the stairs, ran all the way to the top, and just started clearing the skyscraper down. He's at like 4,800 zombies killed in one building.
It's insane.
Well, and I'm really looking forward to those. I'm also looking forward to the changes in the game that they're going to make for like how fire works. Fire in this game, as it is right now, is pretty dangerous. Mm-hmm. With the way Build 42 is going to work, it no longer has the little pause effect where if you leave the cell, the fire just freezes and doesn't do anything unless you come back into the cell and then it resumes what it was doing. That's not how it's going to work after Build 42 happens. The fire will run its entire course, burning everything that it could, regardless of whether you're present or not. Also, they're making it so that it's a lot more dangerous. Zombie on fire walks up to you and you push it down right now, no chance of being lit on fire. Unless
right now. Yeah.
After Build 42, simply pushing that zombie or hitting it with a weapon, you have a chance of lighting yourself on fire just by being that close to it.
Realism.
Are they going to make it so the ground's not as, like, concrete's not flammable?
Concrete's going to stop being flammable.
Oh, good.
Gravel is going to stop being flammable. Bare dirt is going to stop being flammable.
Good.
Anything that has burnt once, unless it has gone through a regrowth cycle, is not going to be flammable once it's been burnt.
Good.
So if you burn a forest down and it's still all blackened, you can wander burning zombies around in a circle in that until they flop over and die and they won't catch again. But once it goes through a regrowth cycle and the grass has gone to green again and the trees and the shrubs start coming back, then it's burnable again.
What about wet stuff?
They haven't dictated how that is going to function with that, but they have stated that they are making changes to how weather effects interact with other effects within the game,
Nice.
which I'm assuming that means
Like higher wind makes it spread more.
is going to make the fire spread faster and more. If it's raining, it's either going to put it out completely or seriously dampen it. The one thing that I've seen that I'm looking for that I haven't seen yet that I really want is if it's freezing cold outside, I should be able to just put food in a box outside and it's gonna fucking freeze instead of it rotting like it was sitting in 70-degree temperature the way the game is now. I haven't seen anything on that yet. I'm really hoping that effect goes into it.
The gas-laden concrete was one thing that always bugged me.
Yeah. It's totally non-realistic. I mean, don't get me wrong. Concrete will burn, but you got to get it to such a ridiculous temperature that regular
Not from a standard flame.
It's not going to do it. No. You need a blast furnace, the kind of thing you use to melt steel down to do anything with that.
And in that case, I don't think the zombies are going to be walking around.
No, they're going to be fucking ash in about 3.5 seconds.
Exactly.
So
it's basically like red hot molten magma.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that's the way you'd burn concrete is magma. Yeah.
Look,
lava.
I watched many years ago. There's a power plant that's nearby to where I live that somebody messed up the giant chunk of footing foundation that they were putting in for where one of these big pedestal generators was going to sit. So they had to break it all out. And you are literally looking at like 900 yards of concrete in a block at this point. Trying to bust it out with a jackhammer is like a year's work. So what they did was they brought out this specialty crew, and it basically looked like this very long metal tube, looked like a steel garbage can. Mm-hmm. It's got all these rods on the inside of it that they then took a propane torch and heated all these rods. They're 100% tungsten rods on the inside of this thing, by the way. They heated all these tungsten rods up until they were glowing white and then cracked open the valve on the back of the thing to jet pure liquid oxygen through it. the tongue of flame that came out there washed over where this concrete thing was after that. And as soon as you could, because they told you here, if you're going to look at that, put these welder's goggles on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or don't look at it. Well, I had the welder's goggles on, and I watched the tongue of flame go over it, and you still couldn't see anything with it. And then when the flame died down there just wasn't any concrete there anymore.
I was going to say, there's nothing there.
Literally vaporized.
Yeah.
Then they did that like 4 times. It took like it was like they did it 4 times in the course of a single day and took out 900 yards of concrete in a single day.
You have to think about how, like, just liquefying non-existence.
I guarantee you, if somebody like accidentally walked in there, like they didn't feel any pain. They didn't feel any pain.
No, they're just gone.
Just gone instantaneously. And that was one of those things. Seeing, I was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old when that happened. And the only reason I got to see it is because my dad was on the survey crew that was going to be walking the power line that they were going to be pulling off of this new setup. And he happened to be there the day that was going on. He's like, oh, cool. And he went and got me and brought me to come. Watch this. This is insane.
Yeah,
I want to do that when I grow up.
Right.
That crew was 4 people that set the thing up. They did that for, I think it took like 9 hours for them to do the whole thing. They got paid $500,000 for that because it's saving a year's worth of work from a full construction crew.
Yep.
Yeah. You also mess it up, there's no coming back.
To be fair, like I can't imagine how much the materials cost.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was no when they did what they did with the liquid oxygen going through there. The next thing when they did that, they took it off, was reinsert new tungsten rods into this device because they were just as gone too.
Yeah, the materials probably cost a good chunk.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
The amount of energy to heat tungsten rods to molten is insane.
Exactly. And it wasn't...
They sat there for like 4 hours with fucking torches just on each rod just until it was glowing white.
And keep in mind, that wasn't heating tungsten to molten. That was heating tungsten to evaporation.
The oxidation reaction that went along with that was... I mean, I will also say it's probably the loudest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, by far.
Mm-hmm. All the energy is going out is heat, light, and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was vicious. But
Yeah.
Other than that, the one other thing that I did want to mention is sometime within the next probably month or so, probably after Thanksgiving, I am going to be on my own channel, probably on Friday nights. I am going to be streaming and running a Vampire the Masquerade game. Going to more than likely be running that for the same people that I was running Red Wasteland for, while we're writing up the supplement that goes along with what we've done in that Red Wasteland campaign.
Yep.
So I will be doing that as well. That's the other new thing that'll probably be on my channel, at least one day a week, doing some kind of role-playing game in the evening.
That's awesome, dude. Have you seen Humanity, by the way?
I have. I'm probably going to spend money on it as soon. I should be getting my Twitch payout in just a couple of days, and then I'm more than likely going to spend a chunk of that on being able to buy that game to add it in. Because
if you haven't seen it, I was going to say I play it tomorrow night with Big Tex.
Oh, nice. I will definitely stop in and check that out. I've seen a little bit of it played, but the timing that I was seeing other people wanting to play it was also the same timing as when I would normally be streaming, and it's I can't watch if I'm streaming because if I stop.
I get that, and that's why I was saying tomorrow night. I have not seen you streaming, so that's why I figured I'd mention it.
Yeah, I don't usually stream on Sundays, so
yeah, tomorrow at about this time, I play with Tex on Humanity.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's it for me.
I like Project Zomboid, but I think I like Humanity better because it doesn't have the same grind, and I don't have the ability to put that time investment that you need for Project Zomboid.
I will say that I've had a bunch of people that have been popped into my stream just go, I've played this game. How do you make it look this easy? And I'm just like 1,800 hours of practice.
That's how. And that's my point. I don't have the ability to play it for 80 hours a week.
because I think that's actually what I hit today was 1,800 hours on the game. So let me double check that right. Oh, 1799.3. So 40 minutes shy of 1,800 hours.
I don't know if I have a game with that many hours in it. I've gotten into the hundreds. I don't know if I've gotten into the thousands.
That's been, and keep that in mind, that's been since I got the game in February.
Let's see, Project Zomboid. I have 128 hours in Project Zomboid.
Wait a minute.
So I have
you just got it in February?
Yeah, this last February.
So you've had it for 9 months.
9 months, yeah. 1,800 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only game you play.
Pretty much.
For the majority of that time frame, yeah.
I can't. I'm trying to calculate the hours, and it's you can't play anything else.
See, I don't have that. I work full time and deal with kids.
200 hours a month on average.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of a full-time job, the way that I've been doing it.
Yep.
Yes, I know, Malkov. You definitely want me to play some other stuff. I've done a bit of Age of Wonders 4. I did probably 100 hours worth of War Tales when that first came out, just simply because that game is absolutely fun.
Mm-hmm. It is. You've done some Baldur's Gate 3.
I've done some Baldur's Gate 3, but I still haven't even gotten a character out of Act 1 in Baldur's Gate 3 because I haven't put the time into it.
Yeah.
Because you've been playing Project Zomboid.
My game that I have like a boatload of time in that it really doesn't calculate is Elder Scrolls Online, because I've had that game for like almost 10 years.
Well, keep in mind that back in the day, if you take into games like that I played too much of, World of Warcraft was an addiction beyond compare when I started playing it. I know I have put enough time into that game that if it was college, it would have been at least a doctor.
Yep. So, shall we get to this world of cyber? Oh.
Yeah, Stitcher.
Burden. Yeah, Burden. What's going on with you? Anything?
Sorry, man.
No, I mean, compared to kind of the chaos that's been the last couple weeks, this week has been pretty level, or at least mostly level. I think the most exciting things to have happened recently are finding out Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. Yeah, that was Monday. Masquerade Swan Song, which was done by the developers of the Council, is coming to Switch, and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. It's the first game I've really been excited for, besides Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So,
is that the Yakuza game?
I'm all for it. Yeah.
So, like, why? So, like, Vampire the Masquerade.
Right.
Like, an M game, I'm assuming. Like, they're going to put a mature game on the Switch.
Yep.
I didn't think they did that. I thought it was all kiddie.
Nintendo has been moving away from the family-friendly reputation for the last several years. You look at most of the games that are advertised as new releases on Switch, it's Japanese titles I would not feel comfortable playing in public.
Oh. I mean, for me, like, really the only thing that I was like, the only game that I would want a Switch for is the Marvel game, the one, like the shit. What's the
Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah, it's the one that was Switch only. And I was like, really? You're gonna make me buy a Switch for Marvel?
But...
I mean, I watched enough people play it that like I got the gist of the story, so I didn't have to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I can honestly say the last Nintendo product that I purchased was a Super Nintendo, and that's been a long time ago.
That's interesting, because I was all Nintendo growing up until high school, and that's when I got a 360.
And I went to the PlayStation 1 when it came out and never looked back from that for a very long time. And now I doubt that I will spend any money on buying another console at any point.
Yeah, because you've got a PC leveled up and ready to go. So.
Yeah, there's no reason to. The consoles at this point have now. Hey, when I had 3 kids in the house, I could afford to buy 3 consoles. I could not afford to buy 3 PCs. It just wasn't going to happen.
I will say this: having Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I don't need a console. I can literally you can just download the app on your TV and that's it. That's all you need. Just get a Bluetooth controller and away you go. If you have internet.
Yeah, no. Game Pass Ultimate's super nice. I gotta make sure my internet will actually deliver the speeds it's supposed to, because right now, what I'm promised versus what I'm getting is not the same thing. That's an oversubscription problem, because when you only have one dominant provider and one semi-dominant provider, so you know the drill.
Yeah, pass on consoles, exactly.
Outside of that, just trying to plan for future travel, save up for education, that kind of thing.
Expensive.
Yeah. Thankfully, at least on the education front, found one that was more merit-based and pretty reasonable cost overall for a master's degree, so can make it work. Just can't be spending all this money on snacks from the gas station. If I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it in bulk. It's gonna be from Costco, so we're just gonna ride that out. So yeah, I think that's been the big stuff going on. Just getting ready for travel, finance stuff, actual games I'm excited for. So yeah.
Well, cool. Well, without further ado, let's get into tonight's session and see what transpires in the landscape they find themselves within. Who wants to recap what happened last time?
Well, first I'd have to poke out Blackstone's eyes. Oh wait, no, that happened the week before.
Right. Yeah, he was still rendered as live-action Metallica's 1. After we got attacked by a giant wolf that was also cyberized. Shout out to Harlan and Zid for turning into the world's best sniper duo, not to mention Harlan doing this with a shotgun.
It's the only thing I know how to use.
Hey, you know what? Harlan is also the world's best fire extinguisher. On Ajo's van. He now owns it. I should go and go to Wikipedia, the Wikipedia entry for Ajo's van, and say, an owner.
This is mine. Anybody seen the old British comedy Red Dwarf, the cat? This is mine. This is mine.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, it's a great show.
I mean, you're the one that set it on fire in the first place. So.
Hey,
I wasn't going to forget about that. I was.
Harlan did not light it on fire.
No. I was talking to Stitcher.
Stitcher, yeah. Stitcher did
in the first place. But Matt saved the day.
Incredible role.
Yeah, Matt saved the day with shoving the grenade. Did you shove it in the butt, or did you shove it down his throat?
I thought Harlan shoved the shotgun up the butt and then said.
No, I'm pretty sure that Matt shoved the grenade down his throat.
Leave it to your wildest imaginations.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to make it interesting.
Harlan
today.
Shoved his shotgun in its mouth and fired around, and then saw that skin was moving, and it was like
still moving, and I was like, oh no, this is not happening.
And dragged it off, and you guys then detonated it. I mean, I would have thought it would be funny if you failed that check and didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would have been
like the worst critical fail ever.
No.
I'm sure it wouldn't have come back to visit you ever.
See, we wouldn't be getting the zombie wolf as like a good doggo. We would be getting the angry zombie wolf. No. Absolutely not. Nope.
But see, now we don't have to look over our shoulder anymore. Like, it's literally like...
You just don't have to look over your shoulder for that.
Well,
but we still got plenty to look over our shoulders.
Exactly.
Like the smokers.
Over our shoulders.
As long as
They're not always going to come after
turn him into a werewolf, we're good.
Yeah, it's all over. It's not just over your shoulder. You just got to be on the lookout. They might come at you from above. You never know.
What's the 360 cyberware?
Trust me, if I could have afforded it with my humanity, I would have eyes in the back of my head. I couldn't.
Yep.
What if I just put one of Blackstone's eyes up front and one in the back? Would that work?
You are totally going to screw his depth perception.
I was going to say
like
he'd have no
believe.
depth precision. I can't put my screwdriver in the screw to turn it and put the cyberware.
Here, let me roll perception to see if it works. My perception a little bit. Let me see.
Is it front half perception or back half perception?
Right. It's all right. You take a -10 on your perception. It's all right. I'm sure it won't have any effect.
Ooh. On second thought, that's a bad idea. We'll just get him a third eye instead. No.
That's so you can have night vision. That's why you put the one in the middle of your forehead, right?
Ah, the Sam Fisher method.
Absolutely, 100%.
And all I can see is that terrible old. What was the name of that damn horror movie from the 80s? With the fucking thing that comes out of the dude's forehead. Altered States? No. Yeah, Altered States.
Maybe Malkov can tell us.
Oh, terrible, grotesque gore fest movie from the 80s.
That's the thing. A lot of people are like, movies are so much raunchier now than they were. It's like, I don't know. The 80s was pretty rough. They had this one segment there where it just was like...
Well, I'm going to say it. While the special effects weren't that great, there was a tremendous amount of terrible.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's why. Have you seen White Zombie album covers? They look like your average 80s horror movie. It's great.
Oh, yeah. So,
yeah.
But recap. We avoided Splinter Doom. Nobody got killed by the splinters coming from the dog crashing through the side of the building. We did manage to successfully keep it busy, mainly because Ajo got to be a chew toy while the rest of us shot the shit out of it. Beyond that, we killed it. And then we absolutely decided that we needed to be done for the night because we were already over time.
Yeah, we literally spent the whole session last time in that combat. It was
a boss fight.
It was a boss fight. I mean, we didn't spend, I guess, the beginning of the session, but
we spent a lot of time talking at the beginning of the session too. So kind of like tonight as well.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But still, that was what, 2.5 to 3 hours of combat?
Yeah, it was good.
Pretty solid.
It was a tough fight.
Well, weren't we still supposed to be ferrying wounded? Isn't there people in the basement? That
Yes, they were hiding in the basement.
Yep.
Because they were not in a position to fight. They were in Blackstone state.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they were in my state because, like, I was in the van. Or I was not in the van. I was in like the other Nomad's.
The Nomad armored car
vehicle. Yeah, the armored car, like in the fetal position with no eyes and one arm.
Hearing gunshots from right below you and all around you and a roaring beast.
Yeah. It was a very traumatic event.
Traumatic.
Speaking of which, I need trauma therapy, Stitcher. When we need to figure out when we're doing this because I need some of my damn humanity back.
You know, that's a fun topic. Maybe when you actually have downtime. So I'm sure that'll happen
Never. I mean, what?
It's just gonna be a one long van ride back to Night City.
Right.
That's what.
Hey, Audra, take a detour. I think Harlan's about to have a breakthrough.
Yeah, that we've had like 3 sessions. We thought it's just gonna be a van ride back to New.
I know, it was great.
Not happening. It hasn't happened yet. And the worst part is you guys are thinking when we get back to Night City, we can take some downtime. When we get back to Night City, I'm home, and that's where I have a shitload of things I have to do.
Oh, I get it. This is just your extended vacation.
Oh yeah, the vacation that starts off with an ass whooping and thrown into a cryopod or a stasis pod, basically. Why does this sound like the beginning of Fallout 4? God damn it!
Because it kind of is.
Wait, we can't all be simps, right?
I hope not.
What? No, you're not sick. I'm still getting over it. Ajo is newly sick.
Oh great, he's newly sick
with
the shakes and everything like that, and he's our driver.
Yeah,
we need to get him fixed.
It's okay. He won't turn Cyber Psycho while he's driving, I'm sure.
He'll just howl at the moon, you know, in character.
I mean, I'm sure
Maybe.
that like I'm sure that like any driver roles will take hits.
We'll see.
I mean,
Well,
But yes, you do need to install Blackstone's components, get the people up from
Please.
downstairs.
right. That would probably
Maybe
be
euthanize Blackstone. You still need to get your documents back from the city that you still haven't gotten.
Oh,
That was
God,
the whole
the
reason you
train.
came here.
I forgot about the train.
Yeah, we still haven't fought the train. We still haven't done anything to incapacitate that.
Well,
focus on one task at a time, please.
No.
Can we maybe get these people to safety before we?
Yeah, that's what we need to focus on first. Along with fixing you.
No, like I am alive. I am traumatized, but I am alive.
Keep in mind, we
Some of these
ended the
people-
session right after battle,
Yeah.
and it's
gonna go let
nighttime.
Blackstone
You
know
were
that
woken
we're
from
okay.
your sleep. So,
I'm going to go stick my head into the wherever we stashed Blackstone and say, it's dead. We're all good.
yeah, basically all Blackstone heard was all the fighting and then an explosion and then silence.
I don't do this often, but I'm probably like whimpering.
And then you hear
Because I
the,
have no,
and
'cause I
then you
have
hear
no
the
idea,
door
like-
creak open and then Harlan say this to you.
We're good. It's all right.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's dead. We burnt it.
Thank you.
Now let's go get the rest. Let's get the rest of our rest for the night and get the fuck out of here with all these wounded.
You know, help me out.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Yep, so you help them back in. You all get back to sleep. The morning comes, everyone starts rousing.
I didn't sleep very well.
We accidentally not rouse a certain companion. Accidentally.
Which one would that be?
You want to
The one that's got toxicity running through their veins?
Nah, we're okay. That's good. Good to go.
That's fine.
well, reset your luck if you haven't.
Yeah,
and
remember to do
before
mine.
you reset your luck, we need Blackstone to roll a resist torture drug for the trauma he went through.
I mean, I didn't have any luck spent last time, so I've got full.
so I guess I'm adding Blackstone into the group therapy session.
Maybe.
Oh, absolutely. He needs
Keep
it.
in mind that the type of therapy we're talking about probably requires specialty drugs.
Yep.
The psychedelics to explore the deepest parts of your psyche that you are not willing to touch. Also, Zid getting over his trauma in Furry Town.
Zid doesn't have any trauma there. I think Blackstone might have more trauma there. All right, you barely avoid taking.
Do you see what I did? Do you see what I did?
All your luck.
You spent every point of luck on that.
I spent 6. I spent 6 luck
6.
because I had a -2 modifier.
Yep.
I'm seriously wounded. Thank you.
You
So
just avoid taking trauma damage to
Awesome.
humanity.
Great.
Nice.
If I had not invested those 3 points pre-game,
The only thing that I can say is nobody can look at you and when you're dealing with that kind of trauma and tell you to rub some dirt on it and walk it off. Okay? that doesn't work.
It's true.
I've tried. It does.
So, just to be clear on the therapy, it does require the use of some medtech's medicine skill. And it takes a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there is medical supplies for the treatment that is required aimed directly to Biotechnica. So they have the chemicals required that must be paid for the treatment.
We're not going back there. We'll deal with whatever location we have to that's not in the city that we dealt with before. No.
But I mean,
No.
I mean, but Blackstone had fun
No.
there.
So what I'm hearing is Stitcher is getting into home brewing, but instead of beer.
God.
I mean, I already kind of did it, just with, an anti-rabies vaccine. So there is precedent.
Oh man,
it still hurts, by the way.
what?
Yeah, sorry
That's
about that.
peering
That was
into the
almost so
night?
much I could do in a given time
Yeah,
frame.
that vaccine. I'm still still scratching. Now that I got over my trauma, I'm still scratching a little
Hey,
bit.
document those side effects so I can just slap that on the bottle.
Oh,
Put that on the waiver that you get somebody to sign.
exactly.
When the side
waiver is
effects
just quickly scribbled out.
when the
Like,
side
look,
effects include
I'm not responsible.
both constipation and diarrhea, there's a problem.
Ooh, the fun times. It's like the only way this gets out is as a slurry. Have fun.
That's just so wrong, but so true. Oh man.
And
No more
now that I've
IBS discussion, I'm fine.
disturbed the streamers.
So, are we going to take the time for you to put, at the very least, Blackstone's eyes and arm back on before we take off from here? Or do you need specialty
It takes
equipment
like
for
4
that?
hours. Or does it take longer?
It takes a few hours, but yeah.
Yeah. We need to move the injured ASAP. That's probably priority.
Well,
Olive.
it's been more quiet since the death of the Alpha. I will say that.
Anything that smelled that alpha predator burning decided they didn't want to be too near anywhere that burnt it.
That's possible.
Either that or we set out the welcome mat for anything that likes burnt dogs.
Does your do you hear anything with your special hearing?
I can make a perception check, but I don't think that that's going to do much beyond the local area.
It might not be a bad idea to set up some kind of warning / trap, just as a precaution / factor of safety.
You expect to hear the deadly science that you've heard in the desert. But you don't. But you don't hear the dogs either. Harlan doesn't know what to think about what he hears. Because I don't think that Harlan knows what a cricket sounds like.
No, fuck no.
Or other insects.
Those things don't exist inside a Night City unless they're going into the burgers.
Exactly. So, you actually hear actual nightlife at night. And in the morning, you hear some of those insects noises that you would hear in the countryside.
I don't know what all this weird buzzing
That
is.
weren't
There's
there
some sort of
before.
fucked up machinery around here.
What? Machinery? This far out?
And I'll describe what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's this squeaking, this chirping, this kind of buzzing noises. I know nothing.
I know what
about
that is. I mean, growing
Zed
up on a
would.
platform, I don't know.
Zid could roll a deduction and probably figure it out because he's likely to have heard some of them. Where did Stitcher grow up again?
Floating platform.
Combat
I still got an
zone.
11, even with a 1. But Zid's more often heard like gunfire and explosions.
Yeah. What were you saying, Stitcher, on that?
Makes sense.
You said you were raised in...
I think you said a floating platform?
Yeah, Drift Nation.
Ah, okay.
Floating
you're
offshore
used to
platform. So.
You're used to splashing noises and things like that, less than bugs.
Right.
I'm in the
Yeah,
city.
no. Buzzing would be the whine of like somebody's boat, but
Yeah.
really far away.
That's interesting. The image for the second roll you got there, Matt, is not displaying.
Huh. It showed for me.
It's my end, I know. It's all good. It's just funny. So yeah, you guys don't know what the noise is.
Just say
But
if it gets any closer, man, yeah?
It's not dogs. That much I can say.
It's true.
So-
With that. Good with that. Alright.
Blackstone asks Stitcher. So obviously I can't see anything right now, so I can't tell how these people are. How is the health of our band of injured?
Well, as far as I know, everybody's like Loretta and the other nomads that we pulled out, they're in rough shape. They're not gonna die, but they're still in rough shape.
Would you say we should
Ajo
move
got
them?
bit.
Should we stable them? Or stable them? Ajo got bit? Oh, please take care of Ajo first.
Yeah.
Take care of
he
Ajo
got
and
bit.
take care of the people that are rough. I know that I know I can't see anything right now, and I know that I'm missing an arm, but I'm not dying. I am not as bad as
That's
they
fair.
are. So
I can perform a Volo-style eye surgery on you.
Ah!
I mean,
Harlan,
even though I would be overseeing it,
no, thank
because
you.
no way in hell is that happening without me being nearby, I can't recommend it.
Harlan, I appreciate all the help you've given me, but I'm gonna have to decline that offer.
That's probably smart of you.
I do think that you watching over the group is a really good idea. That will give you time to organize your thoughts and all the stuff that you've had to document while we have been on our journey. But yeah, Stitcher, work on Ajo and work on the other rough people and get them stable to where they can be moved. And once they're stable to where we can move them, maybe while Ajo is driving, you can install my stuff on the road, if possible.
Hey, Blackstone,
Yes,
I got a really important question for you, man.
shoot.
How many fingers am I holding?
I'm pursing my lips.
The correct answer is already...
Trying not to laugh.
The answer is 2.
So
how many fingers am I holding? The answer is 2.
That's what I expected.
Anyway.
Harlan, I think you're one of the most perceptive of the group who's kind of a bit paranoid.
Oh, I'm absolutely paranoid. None of these fuckers are trustworthy except the people that I've, I'm almost to the point where I fully trust Zed, and I'm almost to the point where I fully trust Stitcher. Ajo, I only trust if he's driving someone.
Fuck you.
And you are currently blind and gimpy. I can't trust you to help right now, but that's not your fault.
Let's have you, and the other one who might be able to tell would be possibly Zid.
Hearing involved or not?
No. Well, a human perception.
Oh, human perception.
Great. Wow. Wish you didn't fail. Epic fail, I mean.
You would expect after the events that the group would be more riled up and on edge. But they're not.
Like us or the nomads?
No, like the other nomads and mercenaries. But you're not sure why.
Wait a minute. All of the injuries that they've sustained, are they from all dog injuries?
Oh, yeah.
Then they may just be as infected of the fucking nanite rabies plague that we just... Oh. Fuck.
However, Zid, you're able to piece something else together. The other leader of the nomad group, I don't know if you recall his name, but he seems to be relaxed. Like he thinks things are okay. He wasn't injured by the dogs. A lot of the others were, but he wasn't. Him and his crew were injured by blunt force trauma of their vehicle being rolled and smashed and banged into the edges. That kind of hurt him a lot. So Click is kind of just...
Yeah, Click.
Yeah, he's just there kind of relaxed, kicking his feet up. He's relaxed. Like, he's like just chill. Like he's actually kicking up his feet in one of the couches in the room and just relaxing.
So if we have nobody that's super critical and they're all chill, relaxed, put Blackstone's eyes and arm back on.
They may not know about the disease either.
It'll sit next to this guy.
After checking on Ancho.
Yeah, go fix Ancho.
Yeah, while Stitcher goes and fixes Arch,
Cutting out a little bit.
recline next to this guy, and I'll just like crack out a cigar or something. See if he wants one.
Yeah, why not? It's been a while. What can I help you with? Zid, if I recall.
That's what folk call me.
You guys did good.
So did you, by all, get out of there alive?
I mean, till our vehicle got rolled and got all beaten to crap inside our own. Well, yeah. Then
And that was totally your fault, yeah?
I mean...
Circumstances didn't have anything to do with that.
I mean, a horde of dogs that are mutated of some sort and strong enough in a group to pull a large armored vehicle. Yeah, you know, sure, of course, that's the normal thing we all expect, right?
Where were you headed anyway?
Well, I mean, we're here with you guys. If you recall, we came from the Nomad group, the camp, to come up here and help you guys try to find the documents.
In the first place, before your vehicle got rolled, man.
I was camping there trying to keep our back guarded, so when you guys were done finding the documents, we were ready to head back to camp.
See.
Until a horde of crazy beasts come charging out of the city and slam right into our vehicle.
Seems like fate decided that it would take us a little longer to get your documents.
Right. Yeah, at least things are good now, right?
Can I assist Stitcher with first aid?
He did paramedic.
Yeah, I don't have paramedic though. I'm gonna go look over the other assholes, seeing if they seem diseased.
Sure, you can do the first aid on that.
Yeah. I'm specifically doing like a more detailed once over of Ajo, see if there's been any signs of any kind of progression or any.
It's all deuces.
Change. Since he just got clawed.
Well, the odd thing is, he actually seems like he healed more than his.
The nanites are fixing him.
I don't know what you mean. Just, he seemed like he healed a little quicker than.
That's what happens when they take over.
Wait, the nanites are fixing Ajo?
That's what I think's going on.
Oh, I thought he meant Click.
No.
Okay.
Stitcher is investigating Ajo.
Okay. Yeah.
Zid is talking to Click.
Yeah.
And Harlan is trying to check the rest of the group.
Yeah, my deuce is probably not going to help much.
You're suspicious of some of their wounds are bites. That's what that gives you, because that is just every day. Whether they're infected or not, you can't tell, but you can definitely pick out the ones that have teeth marks or claw marks. That wasn't bad enough that you can't figure that out. You just can't tell who's actually has an infection or not.
Okay.
But yeah, Stitcher, that's what you get on Ajo.
Does it look like the healing has left any scarring behind or anything, or?
No, looks like it healed pretty well.
The skin is stitched back.
Yeah.
Ajo, I have a possible idea of what's going on, but I'm gonna need a blood sample to confirm. Are you good with that?
No, I don't need a blood sample. I feel pretty good. Let's get on the road and get back to camp.
Not just yet, because based on what happened to Zid and Blackstone, you may have also gotten hit with the nanites that they did. I don't know, because it looks like you're healing pretty good, but that's what has me concerned.
Exactly, I healed good. We can go.
Ajo?
Do you want to bring a disease back to the
until I
nomads?
find out. If you want to leave without me, you can, but good luck treating whatever happens afterwards.
This is why I really wish you'd be here. Because I'm not sure how Ajo would act with that.
He'd probably drive off.
He would. He would drive off.
He might, unless he believes Stitcher, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Would he believe Stitcher and do so, or would he say, "Do what you want, I'm driving off," and leave?
You can make a human perception for him.
It's a good call.
At this point, I'm also going to walk back to that conversation and say, man, there are quite a few of them bit and clawed over there that might have the same issue. And there's no way in hell, if they've got those diseases, we want to bring that back to the rest of the nomads, do we?
I'll do a human perception for Roger.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't believe anything at all.
Later. Not even kidding.
A 1.
Ajo actually drives off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't surprise me
definitely.
at
I
all.
just like, I'm here to get the documents. You can come with me or you can stay. Goodbye. And walks out to the van.
And realizes that it's been on fire.
Oh,
It smells- Smells like piss.
Yeah, so you hear him start screaming bloody murder outside.
Who the fuck pissed on my van?
Because if you recall, he was inside last time at that point that Harlan
Citric, did you get the blood sample?
No.
Okay, so while Ajo is in this state of rage, and like he's not like moving, he's just upset. He's like standing there like.
Oh, he's not standing there.
There's this-
He's probably swinging his arms and being very animated.
Well,
if
he
you've
can
watched.
still like. I think Citric can make like a roll, like I don't know, maybe not the standard roll, but like a little bit of a higher.
I don't know whether Stitcher would against his will.
to get
right?
that
Would Stitcher
blood sample.
draw blood non-voluntarily from someone?
That's an interesting question.
Maybe if he was unconscious, you might, but.
But he's not unconscious. Yeah. So
I
what-
can fix it.
While you think about that, we'll slide back over to Click
Yeah.
and Zid, unless Harlan has anything else he wants to say or do.
Other than the fact that I just said if they're sick with what we had,
Yeah.
we can't bring them back to the nomads. That might spread through the whole fucking nomad nation that way. And if Carlin, and if Ajo's not willing to listen to that,
I think he would be.
there's
Yeah.
a bigger problem because that's hugely important to him.
Let's see. What if the Manites have like modified his thinking to where he would actually risk the nomad camp? That's the thing.
So, something to think about. Zid, so you're still talking with Click. Anything else you want to ask him? Because you
I
were
would-
talking with him.
Yeah, it would be.
That's it.
He doesn't like outright question the chill, but he probably like, I don't know, edges about it, right? He probably like, so I see you're reclined and relaxed. That is good.
Do you not hear it?
Yeah, hear what, man?
Listen. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Two.
You're not sure. You hear some noises similar to what Harlan said, but you can't really make them out too well. But you do hear a bit of almost like a background noise or buzz.
Yeah.
Almost like static in the net.
Yeah. Because there's some sort of static buzz or something.
You don't know what that is? Interesting. I can tell you haven't been out in the country much. Zid, why don't you come with me? He puts his arm around you and starts heading for the back door.
Right.
You go with him?
Yeah.
He leads you out back and brings you over to the base of the tree that was there. Bends down and catches something quickly and comes over to you and opens his hand. And you see a cricket jump out of his hand.
Okay.
It's insects, friend. That means that whatever was considered a threat and stuff is no longer present in the area. Wildlife
Oh, it means
hides.
that, does it? Okay.
Wildlife chooses to avoid problems typically, so they will run away and hide from that. If you noticed when we walked out, they went quiet in this area.
Well, That is good.
So whatever you did last night seemed to have settled things here a bit. It's good.
Oh, I'm very glad, man, that we were able to shut that beast down. We seem to have many things yet to do.
Yeah, we need to get that document, make sure everyone's alright, and then head back to make plans.
We only went briefly to train station because we heard the cause for distress. We did not, however, in our time there, see where train could launch from. Do you have any rumors as to which building or section the track might lead to, or where we could perhaps have a better chance of finding said storage for or cover?
The information we had said that it should be in one of those rooms in the train depot, but we don't know which room in the train station that would be because we didn't have a record saying which rooms were there. So it should be in one of the rooms at the train station, based on the information.
Well, we heard nothing. We saw nothing. It even made me think that it wasn't there.
Just a reminder, you guys had only searched one or two of the rooms at most,
but
and even
this
that was
is communicating how he feels.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just making sure that feelings and what was there was known. That's all.
Well,
I mean, you could be right. Your feelings could be right. I don't know.
Once we see the wounded to a relatively safe location, man, we will head back and continue the search.
Well, we're far enough out of town. We should be decently safe here. We're setting up lookouts. You guys want to run back while we're here? We're a lot closer than going further. In between here and camp, it's not a lot of safe places to hunker down.
So you just want to keep the wounded in a location where they cannot get any help?
I mean, I thought you guys had a doctor with you, right? He seems like he can help out.
Want him to stay back here while we go search?
I mean, that's up to you guys, but I know some of them are just going to need time to recover from their wounds. I know we're still banged up and achy. We could use a day or two to recoup so we can get our joints working, do a checkup on our vehicle.
Right, well, I will talk with the others.
Harlan, Stitcher?
My first aid, nobody was still in critical, like they're gonna die kind of situation from what happened.
They had been able to treat enough to get out of that stage. You guys had rolled well enough that there weren't any in that stage. They did have some already die, but none of them left alive were in deathly critical status. Just severely injured. They'd been stabilized.
Okay. That's the first question. The next question is, if the ones that I saw that got bit, clawed, or mauled by the dogs do have this disease, if we leave for 2 days and come back to a group of fucking cyber psychos that are now murdering each other in this little spot, that's horrifying. But it's not a threat to me while I'm not here. So I think leaving is the best bet. Whether it's, these are not my people. Do I prefer that they be okay? Yes. Am I going to risk my skin over them? Probably not.
Zib would go back to Stitcher. sort of
And meanwhile,
mention that we still
need to figure out what to do with Ajo.
Find these documents. You need to look after Ajo. Whether you would want to stay back while we continue the search. What as a medical professional, like, what is your, you think is duty or your mission, I guess?
So, before I answer Zid's question in character, I'm going to go out of game for a moment to explain kind of the dilemma that I'm having.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing with Stitcher and Ajo feels like something that should be RP'd with Gedwin here.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same kind of consequence or weight without him. I do think that Stitcher in this situation would be willing to draw blood non-voluntarily, but without Gedwin here to kind of roleplay the situation, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense.
We can do a flashback on that, hopefully, if he's here next time, but I also don't want to hold up the whole session.
Right.
Because of that.
So,
do you even have
that makes sense.
The equipment necessary to test the blood to find out what's going on with it, where we're at right now?
So the medtech bag that I do have would probably be in the van. And then I've got the ability to zoom to pretty high magnification, so I might be able to at least see if there's something. But as far as proper testing, doubtful. I would need a facility.
Then it's kind of a moot point until after we get back to civilization, or the closest thing to civilization anyway. And just keep in mind that all you got to do is let me know that Ajo might not be trustworthy. And I already don't trust most people anyhow because of what's going on with possible disease, and I'll just pay attention with the shotgun.
Yeah, it just sounds like what we're going to do is we're going to wait. We don't even have to do a flashback. Like, we can, because you don't have to do the draw.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Back to in character now. Stitcher will look at Zid and be like, I mean, did you see any signs of them kind of degenerating, getting worse? Any signs of what you and Blackstone felt?
Zid would just be honest, and he would sort of say, to be real with you, man, I have not spent much time with them. I couldn't tell you if they are experiencing similar things. I did not even really feel that much different. There was just a small difference for me. It did not last very long, and I felt worse from other things, so I don't really know. I'm sorry, man.
All right.
No, none of them have come up to us, any of us, and said so. So my guess is they're okay, but who's to know?
I'm going to give you my list of everybody that I saw had bites or specific claw marks or maulings from the dogs that were different injuries than just being beaten around inside of the fucking van.
Awesome. Stitcher will take that gratefully.
Question: without sight, is my hearing good enough that like I can tell, like, from if I listen for heightened breathing or like labored breathing, will that matter?
To what?
Or would that be an ungodly, like,
what are you trying to pick up or
role?
listen to?
Just to see if anybody's like getting sicker, like if their body's fighting anything off, like just from my hearing, not being able to.
It would be pretty difficult to do that.
I wouldn't mind more anyway.
Harlan thing.
I'll roll it anyway. Why not?
So after taking the list from...
Not terrible, but probably not good enough.
And Stitcher, were you wanting to go ahead and spend the time to reconnect Blackstone?
So this will be to Harlan and Zid, and I think Blackstone if he's in the room. Stitcher will run his hands through his hair, clearly still exhausted after the events of last night. He'll be like, all right, I think right now I'll work on putting Blackstone together. I'll need some help moving him down so I can keep an eye on the other nomads. That way, in case one of them goes haywire or otherwise, I can react. I think you two ought to go look for the map, because that's still priority. I'll give y'all speed heals, so that way y'all have some form of treatment. If I have any hypos left over, I'll give any air hypos left. I'll give those to you as well, and Stitcher will take the moment to briefly explain the air hypos, so they're not completely going in blind and just...
Is that something that a first aid check would administer?
Technically, if you know how to use an air hypo, it's fairly simple.
Well, I mean, I've gotten 11 for first aid at this point.
That's what I was going to say. With your 11 in first aid, I'd say you would know how to use an air hypo. That's a pretty common used item.
Yeah. The speed heals have to be made.
Oh, okay.
But I think as long as anybody can buy medtech, but as long as the air hypo is there, it can be administered. If it's got to be done manually, you probably need medical training.
So it's just...
At least that's my assumption.
So it's just you and me that's staying here, and the three of them are going?
Yes, before they leave, however, Stitcher's going to pull Harlan aside and be like, look, something's off with Ajo. Like, he got clawed into. He should have deep gashes, muscle damage. He doesn't. It looks like everything healed up naturally, but way too fast.
That's a good and a very bad thing. Good if we can make sure the nanites get destroyed once he's healed. Bad if we can't. But you can bet your ass he's probably infected. So thanks for letting me know. And you watch me at that point check my shotgun and rack it at least once. And over my shoulder it goes.
Check both your shotguns. All right, we're loaded.
Yeah, no.
Pretty much. Thanks for warning me.
Yeah. Keep an eye on him. And I know you record and document everything anyway. Document and record any kind of changes with him, any kind of, even for him, outbursts.
So in other words, anything not involving his van that pisses him off at that level is something I should be paying attention to. Got it.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
All right, we're good. Thanks for the warning.
And with that,
I'm sorry.
We'll grab Blackstone
message.
And then take Blackstone downstairs where I'm assuming there's a table or a couch or something I can use and start putting him back together.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a
it's
quick...
just because he got bit by the alpha, isn't it?
Oh, that's why it has a higher threshold and a higher resist torture drug. And he failed his roles. So we'll get back right after this. We're going to take a quick break, let everyone have a quick bio break, grab a drink. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon. station of Apogee, where our lovely crew decides to hop in a van with an angry individual, head off to a location to see if they can find the fun.
I have to make the decision now as to whether or not I spend the next 6 hours in the van pestering Ajo about the fact that it's my van now since I peed on it or not.
How high is your willpower?
Well, my other thought with that is, with what you just told me, Stitcher, probably not the brightest of ideas, but that's never stopped Harlan before.
So we'll see.
That's funny.
So, I just like, we're going to go get this information or not?
Yeah, we're going. Don't beat us around the inside of the van. We need to arrive in relatively good condition, though.
And do your shouting while we're driving, man, so that when we get there, we can be quiet, okay?
Get in the van if you're coming. I'm leaving. He jumps in the van and starts it up.
And that's when I'm going to get in and just kind of go, I claimed this, right?
He picks up his chopper and looks at you.
Well, hey, did you want me to let it burn?
Do you want to keep your limbs?
Drive the fucking van.
And he floors it, causing you to slam back.
That might cause an accidental shotgun discharge. You probably shouldn't do that.
So, you guys race back to town. Pop up the map here so you guys can see it. So you're just on the outskirts of Santa Rosa. And so you race back into town, city, back to where you had been. Ajo's definitely not in a very cheerful mood. And you guys get back to location there.
I don't think I've ever known Ajo to be cheerful. That's not a word I would use to describe him.
No?
No.
Huh. Alright.
Maybe tense. Tense might be a better word.
Very relaxed. So you guys get back to that train station. You remember the image for that?
Well, Sid would be stealthing. I'm gonna roll stealth once we get there. We find a place to park. I'm guessing we're gonna be parking approximately where we did before.
Did What's His Nuts leave a bunch of bombs behind here that we don't know about?
No, that was a long way away from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God. Just making sure.
So don't give the DM any ideas, okay?
You already have several.
I don't know what you mean. Keep in mind, you guys are down to 10 units of water. And 20 units of food.
I'm 21 on stealth.
Nice. You're so sneaky that Harlan doesn't even see you leave.
I mean, I would say I'm going over to that building there. Come on.
Oh, but it's funnier that way.
Where is my stealth? How terrible is this?
Harlan, did you get hit?
Nope.
Why is it
Not a
showing...
bit. Showing me at 50/50 on my character sheet.
Yeah, that's showing that you have an effect on you. That's what I was trying to figure out. You didn't on the other screen, but it is here. Oh, Adjo has a duplicate underneath you. So Adjo,
oh
Adjo.
my god, the toxin cloned him. It's going to burst out of him.
You're gonna have a whole group of Adjos. It's the Adjo gang.
Oh, I'm gonna say this flat out. That's horrifying because they all think that van is theirs.
Yep.
Look, if we haven't learned anything from the movie Multiplicity, we've learned nothing.
Don't worry, we took the blades out of that. As he's shaving his tongue with the safety razor.
You know how sometimes a copy of a copy isn't quite as sharp as the original?
It's a great fucking movie. It's a great fucking movie.
Oh, man.
Of course, I'm also of the opinion there's not much that Keaton's been in that hasn't been pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, so I'm going towards one of the buildings that we haven't looked at.
Let me find...
Every roll. It's been deuces every roll.
Wow.
One.
This is true, but still.
Kind of incredible, honestly.
I had to relog into Foundry Forge so I can get all the images to show back up correctly. There we go.
All right, I altered my character's name slightly.
Did we heal?
Harlan Deuces.
Hey, that's a good
Anybody-
nickname.
If anybody took damage at all, like if they weren't full, I think we upped.
You
we
did
slept.
have a day, so you can add your body to healing. Adjo did. He's fully healed. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
we know.
if you look on the 30th, 9:30, you can see the image that was there of that train station, as well as where Adjo decided to slide his van into. Oh, Lord. So you guys had only checked the southmost room next to where the van was parked. I think you said the north. But there was still 3 rooms that you hadn't checked.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, I was attempting to try to stealth along with Matt in the Hat, not with deuces.
Well, I mean, you stealthed along. Just not necessarily as stealthy as you wanted to.
Tap dancing while stealthing is not helpful.
So Zed will be going towards whichever building or room looks the biggest from the outside. Like that's where we would be going next.
You get into that room and you immediately detect something. What did you do surgery on, Stitcher?
Reinstalling Blackstone's cyberware.
Aye.
Not only was that a
Did you
natural,
make it
but
better than it was before?
I don't think that's how that
You
works.
used all your luck.
I did, just in case.
Blackstone, he likes you. So Blackstone gets his stuff reinstalled.
Crit failure there would be what, left eye in the right socket, right eye in the left socket, arm on backwards.
There you go. It would have been fun. Let's say
No, critical failure would have been I fried all the cyberware.
I wasn't gonna say
like,
it.
Does he get any humanity back from the fact that it was like an amazing?
No, it's not how it works.
Boo.
It's fine. That's okay.
I can take it away again since you reinstalled it.
No,
You sure?
No,
Because I mean, if
good.
you did install new cyberware,
yeah.
I don't know. think maybe we should. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to take away from you.
No,
getting to roll.
please stop.
All right.
Not like this.
Hey,
Please stop.
if you're gonna cyber cycle him out, at least give him something else for that. You know, like something that gives his body high enough or his reflexes high enough.
Oh, you mean like a certain exo-frame that you guys came across?
No, we burnt that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Buried under like 20 tons of concrete, like.
Right, it could have been fun to use.
I mean, to be fair, the most superhuman that Blackstone is going to feel is if I figure out how to make night market pharmaceuticals and then be like, hey buddy, you're about to feel superhuman for a little bit.
There you go.
Blackstone, I am the tank!
So, Sid, you walk into this room with Heartland coming in behind you, and you immediately notice there is a node right there. It's faint, but there is a node.
BoltNet node?
Yep.
I mean, Zid's interested, but he wants to get the info first, right? Document.
That's my boy. Good job.
He will point out, he will just speak very quietly.
I'm not hearing anything from you, Matt.
That was too quiet. Your mic didn't pick it up.
Right? It's so quiet, your mic said no.
Exactly. No, I'll point out that there's a node over there, but I will keep to the task.
Well, maybe that's where the documentation actually is. I'll check the papers and then cover your ass. Why don't you just investigate that?
All right. So, just for some context, for those that might not have been watching for so long, and for Harlan's, for Mixed Nuts' sake, this is the first time in this entire campaign since the start of Chapter 1 that anyone has let Zid go into the net without, like, watching him constantly. Every character in every other situation that Zid has been in from the very start of this campaign, he's had the other characters be like, we're going to watch you just in case something happens so we can pull you out, and not trusting anything, just being like, we are watching, right? So
remember earlier on I said I've gotten to the point where I trust Zed.
I'm just saying, this would stand out to Zid.
Zid, I need you to roll a d10.
Fantastic. We love rolling d10s here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Whatever
Perfect.
that one means.
It was a luck roll. Unfortunately for you, you got
My
to
luck
use.
is
Hold
3.
on. You actually got to use Harlan's luck because of his support.
Oh.
My luck's a 5.
So you made it. Are we doing the net dive, sir?
Yeah.
All right.
And
As
I did
you
a 20
say
perception
this-
for checking the paperwork in the room.
Yeah. As you say this, you see, like, Zid, how would you react to someone, like, giving you this support and this encouragement of, go, man, I got your back. I'll watch out for you. Will you go in?
I think Zid probably wouldn't react, at least externally. I think this is something that he will repay, right? Like,
Okay.
this is more of an internal, like, acknowledgement, an internal, like, buffer, and he will just remember. I think I don't think he's gonna be like, what the hell just happened, because yeah.
No, I more
but-
thought that,
man.
like, does it, like, make him, like, you know, like, does he have, like, a face of confidence or something on him? Like you said, this is the first time anyone's really been like, dude, I got your back, man. You got this.
This is his thing. This is Zid's thing.
Right.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know better than to get in her Netrunner's way. Let him do what he's got to do.
I think his face is purely of curiosity, and just maybe a smile. Maybe there's just an extra level of smile going on.
All right.
Yeah, so you want me to make a...
Oh, I'm getting the net run done right now. That's why I was letting you go ahead and talk while I get it done. I'm getting close to done. Just had to
get
it set.
Yeah, it's pretty...
All right.
So, I mean, if you're not done, we can always go to Blackstone.
Yeah, go ahead and jump over to Blackstone and Stitcher while I get the net pulled together.
Blackstone kind of wakes up from his surgery and can see out his real, like, eyes, the proper eyes.
Shit, I can see. Let there be light. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. This feels funny. Let me stretch. Let me stretch a little bit.
Crash!
Oh, it feels good.
It feels funny because that's a clown arm.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the surgery, and thank you very much for doing it so well. I feel like I can see like a new man. I will very much repay this whenever you need anything created or upgraded.
Good, because I'm probably going to need that very shortly. In the meantime, did I change what I was going to do the perception check for to see if I could find like a beer in this place? I feel like Stitcher would do that after successfully, reinstalling a whole bunch of cyberware.
And while he does that, I also think that since I now have my sight back, I think that I would do some kind of like perception check or something to like see if I'm picking up anything at all in the room, like unusual or like just getting my bearings together. So.
Okay.
Okay, this probably doesn't really do anything, but things probably still look the way that they're supposed to look. But that's better than they did when I had nothing.
Right.
Thank you again.
So yeah.
I kind of blink and I close my eyes and open them and then it just feels very good to be able to see again and be able to open and close my hand again.
What's that line? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
100%.
All right, I had forgotten a button, but I think I have it now. Did I miss something? Thought I had it. Sorry, it's been a while since I did this, and my brain's a little foggy on it.
You're all right.
Because I thought, yeah. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Just took a bit for it to finish. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is the one you've already been through.
What happened?
Oh, it accidentally loaded the Idaho's Falls old net. Dived anyone into there?
As much as I desperately want to go back there.
Where is it?
Real shame we can't do that, you know? Real shame.
I know, right? It'd be so much fun. Is it generating it or not? Why did it... What did I miss?
Question.
Well, I thought I got it, but apparently I missed something. Because it created the Idaho's Falls one without a problem. But then it's not doing this one. Is not letting me auto-generate the scene either. It's like it glitched now and won't let me do it.
Well, that's no fun.
No. It's also really odd because it finished its job, but now it's not working to show it. So let me test one other thing. Maybe I missed something. Okay, so that one's working fine. So there's some issue with that item. I need to delete it and recreate it. That's fine. I can do that. I'm okay if I need to do that. I just need to know I need to do it, right? All right, so let's try this again. We're going to have a bunch of die rolls because it's generating the net for us. Dude, it's so awesome that it does that, though.
Yeah, so that you don't have to do it manually.
Yeah, it auto-generates everything.
The way that creating net runs and the way that the system worked in the old system was such garbage in comparison to the way that this system works for that. So much smoother, so much faster.
It's almost like they learned and improved. Go figure.
Hey, you know, that's what you would hope. But I mean, come on. We've all seen what Shadowrun 1st Edition through Shadowrun 4th Edition went. That's the game went from garbage to hot garbage to dumpster juice.
Right.
Ow.
There it goes.
Except shining recommendations here on this channel, guys.
Oh, I forgot to click
I'm honest about the way that I feel. I think that setting is gorgeous. The game system is garbage.
Yeah. No, I get you. You're not trying to be insulting to them, but at the same time, you're acknowledging the mechanical aspect to it was just
it's poorly done.
Lacking. So, looky. You guys can see everything, and by that, I am absolutely kidding.
We see everything if everything is black.
It is for you.
No, it's black for me too.
Oh, it's black for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Heck.
Now it shouldn't be.
I can see my character sheet just fine.
Now you should be able to see Zid on there.
I can see Zid.
He probably doesn't have any sight range though, based on what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I need to give you a little bit of sight range.
I still see
vision range.
I'm digging through paperwork and coughing on dust.
There you go. All right, so you immediately come into the net, and there is, guess what? A password.
Fucking. All right, so
put in choo-choo.
Keep in mind, you also have right now as your turns, you can res anything you need to.
Yeah.
That's not just for you, that's for everyone who's wondering how things work.
No, will be a back door.
Or which? Password?
Yeah.
Yeah, password is backdoor. So, and I will get back to Blackstone and Stitcher because I did hear what you wanted to look for, Stitcher. I didn't ignore you.
Oh, yeah. Stitcher will be looking for a stiff drink.
Yep.
Mind if I join you?
Sure.
13.
Let's see, and I think I rolled 16
that open.
So yeah, Blackstone and I go hunting for booze.
We do need to keep track of your turns or your actions so we know where you're at in your turn.
Yep. And I think it would be worth, like, checking in with other characters.
Okay. Yeah, so right now this is where Zid is at. So go ahead and do your turn and then we'll check in with them and keep going back and forth.
Alright, so I guess what I'm going to do here is we'll do a Pathfinder check.
Okay. You are at interface of 6, which means you have...
Terribly. Ones happen.
Yeah, I was trying to see how many net actions you have per...
3.
3? Okay.
I mean, I have gone up to 6, so maybe it's gone up.
7 is where you get 4. Here it is.
Alright. Yeah, so we do a Pathfinder check, obviously fail. So I don't know what's coming. I will try to go to the next room, though.
Okay.
Skunk.
So you go into the next room and you come face to face with that skunk. So the skunk is going to react. And the skunk is going to go ahead. And since that was your last... Oh wait, no, you had 1 action left. Because you did 2. Right? How many did you do?
I have 1 action.
Okay. So you have your action.
I will try to evade.
Alright.
Slide.
Yes, slide. Action. Ooh.
Ooh.
Nope.
What
Stay
happens
put.
on... Yeah. Because it's defender wins, yeah.
I believe so.
Defender. Alright.
Typically that's how it is that defender wins, because most of the time, the majority of the game, player is defender, so having defender wins, not a bad thing.
Yeah, all good.
So it is going to go ahead. And do a attack on you, which means you get to roll your defense against its attack.
Sure.
And we'll see if you get hit or not.
Boop. Rolling real well today.
Zid got an 8, Skunk got a 9. Zid now has been skunkified. You take a -2 to your slide checks.
Yep.
You stinky.
Basically. Let me see. Is there a good... You got skunked icon.
At least it's just net Zid, so it doesn't.
We'll do corroding as close as I can see.
Harlan doesn't smell anything.
And we don't have to ride with that back in the van.
Mm-hmm.
It's only in the net, so yeah.
And it's only in the old net.
I mean, this makes sense because, I mean, Zid knows how dangerous the old net is, and he's probably being extra cautious and not, like, probably relying too much on, just trepidation.
Oh, did I get you your spider? I don't recall.
I mean, we talked about it, but I don't think anything happened with it.
I apologize. Let me write a note to myself to remind myself on that. I am sorry. Something about being human and crazy at work.
Yeah, something like that. Alright, so given that it's done actions, I've done actions. Alan is busy going through paperwork, seeing what he...
So, go over to Azrael and see what Blackstone and Stitcher are doing. And so you guys are looking for a drink. What was your roll? You said you're looking for one.
No, I think he rolled a 16. No, he rolled a 20. No. Stitcher rolled a 16.
16.
I rolled a 15.
So you're not able to find any. However,
rats.
Azrael, Blackstone has this interesting idea that he could probably jimmy rig some of the stuff here to make something up.
Yeah.
Roll a maker check.
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna do when I get my sight back is make something to drink.
Yep. So you start tinkering.
Is it fabricate?
Yep.
You're gonna make a still. You're gonna make some moonshine. You're gonna lose your fucking sight again.
Probably. But don't tell him that, Harlan. Then you won't do it, and it won't be as funny. Harlan.
Basic tech, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to you next in your search for the papers. Ooh, 27?
Dang.
Blackstone's good at two things: making things and shooting things.
Making things and breaking things. Ask for Blackstone.
Yeah.
All right. Back to Zid, Annette. While they're off there trying to tinker drinks, here's Zid fighting for his life in the old net to find info to save everyone. All right.
So I've got a -2 on evade.
Yep.
Got a sword, which is res damage to non-black ice. This isn't black ice.
This is, is it considered black ice? I don't think it's black ice. I think it's a hostile program. It's what it's technically defined as.
Black ice.
Oh, it is black ice. Yeah.
Body.
So it is black ice. I just couldn't recall. I was thinking demon, but no. It's not a demon. Demons are the other things. These are programs, so they're black ice.
Okay. 6. 2 black ice. So I'd actually do more to black ice. Okay. I'm going to do a sword.
Sword is the anti-black ice.
So I haven't done a sword for a while, so we target.
Yep.
We roll an attack.
Yep. Your attack versus their defense. Very similar to a standard melee roll. 8 versus 10. 10 wins. Zid strikes and rolls his 3d6.
Roll 2d6.
Should have been 3. Deal 3d6 res.
I have to.
Black
okay,
ice,
so
2d6.
Ignore the damage roll. I have to change the thing.
Okay.
This damage roll.
There you go.
That's
and
much better anyhow.
Apply that to the skunk. And that's what happens.
Skunk goes bye-bye, probably.
Yep. Well, you can mouse over it and look. Disabled. It's derezzed.
Alright.
So that's one of your 3 actions. You have 2 remaining.
Alright, well, we continue to...
Bang! Contact with another fun one. This is the Killer program. It's a friendly Black Eyes program that's here to do one thing and one thing only. Killer programs are designed for killing netrunners. Deals 46 damage to a program. If this damage would be enough to derez the program, it is destroyed instead. Oh, wait.
Right,
it only is to programs. Do you have any res programs?
Do I have any res programs? I sure do.
That is what it will be targeting. And if it ends them, they are gone. Not derezed. Deleted. Yeah, so all those programs you have are what it is going to be targeting. So
I have 2 actions there, right?
Yes. That'd be like targeting Azrael's gun, taking damage when it happens. Blackstone. Corrosion damage against your pistol. Or like Adjo's van.
Hey, Stitcher's already done that twice. What are you talking about?
Right?
Yeah, I'm not getting past that.
Well, keep in mind, it rolled a 10 and it only got to a 13.
Yeah.
But well, you are right.
Try again. Try again. I can roll 2 attacks, right? They're just 1 action each.
You can do whatever action you want. You can use each program once. And you can do zap as many times as you want.
Zap do is it 1d6?
I think so. It's fairly low unless you have a modified.
We will try to slide out of here. I know I get a -2. I will pop that in.
That's what I was trying to do. I'm trying to see if that has skunk effect. And C1.
I will add a point of luck because I don't really want to be here. Yeah, like Harlan and I are really doing real good here. Harlan's getting 2s, I'm getting 3s. We're doing well. All right, it gets me. So I'm not going nowhere, and that's all of my actions. Sid is not feeling...
So he's going to try to attack, so you roll defense.
Right. I'm just gonna roll it. That's a better roll.
Nice defense.
That's a lot better.
You defend. So you have 3 actions.
Alright, do you want to go over to Harlan's searching?
Sure. Harlan, would you like to roll? Oh. You know, a library search in this regard actually fits.
Yeah, except for it doesn't show me having even an icon on the screen where I'm at. Let me go back to the
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I can just go back to here and it should still pop out to you, right?
Yeah. This active scene doesn't matter. That's just what is seen.
Library search.
Nice. So you're finding some good information about the old railroad. So you're starting to work on compiling that. And you see, to you, like it's only been seconds. To Zid, he's been in there for a while. So you're going to find that paper, but you're flipping through all these papers, you know, bills and this and that. But you're getting close to you think that document.
It's got to be here somewhere. I don't care how much the peanuts on the fucking train cost.
I love that role playing. That's going to give you a bonus XP for everyone this session because of that. That was awesome.
Good.
Zid.
All right, we're gonna continue to try and beat this thing down.
You don't want any popcorn, Jenkins. Trust
Use a
me.
sword. Slightly better roll.
That's better.
Yeah, I'll get
You win.
through it this time. And we'll do... This is black ice?
It is. Everything you
So-
fight is black ice unless it's another net runner.
That is 10 points.
Nice. It is still up, but it is well damaged.
Right,
Zap
we
the
will-
bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, we're gonna try. 12?
Defense, he's rolling. You make
Do
it.
And how do I roll damage for
There's
that?
a little blood drop right there on the roll. Just click that. Did you see it?
I saw the word zap.
In the chat log, just above the 12, there's a little blood drop. You click that in the chat log.
Another 6.
Nice.
Brutal.
It is not looking good. You see it start flickering, like it's trying to hold on.
You said I can zap as many times as I want?
Yep. That's the game's
All right,
rules,
let's
not
go.
mine.
14.
And...
Oh!
No!
Just barely gets out.
And that was your last
All right.
action.
It is my last action, yes.
So it's going to try to attack.
Alright, and I defend.
Correct. Don't worry, it's just trying to kill your program.
I did not.
Ooh.
I did not defend.
Ouch.
So it is going to... Doesn't have me be able to do the damage. That is interesting. There's no damage option, so I will have to type it in.
Oof.
19 damage to your program. Which ones do you
Right,
have
so-
raised right now?
Well, I believe it's just Worm that's rezzed. I mean, I've got other programs on there, but they're not rezzed.
Okay, so no. It's the one that's rezzed that would be affected.
Well, I imagine that that's gonna
So
kill
19,
it. I don't.
correct. And so that is actually deleted, unfortunately.
Did? Alright, so goodbye, erase program. Done.
Which when Zid has that happen, he's probably less than happy.
Does that also deal damage to me?
No,
No.
no. This is just simply a program assassination.
It's
Black
meant
ice.
to make you unable to continue forward if it does its job right.
Yep.
Alright.
It's only meant to destroy every single program you have at your disposal.
He wants you to jack out.
Yep.
Well, I'm not
And
gonna
jack out without tools. Because it's not that it de-reses, it deletes.
What?
So back to your turn, Zid.
Sorry.
Oof.
I told him if he went back for the popcorn, he was going into air jail.
Nice.
Alright.
That'll last for about
Okay,
another
but
5
it's
10
not-
seconds. Oh, all right. Quit your grumbling.
Nice.
Alright, so.
There's nothing in there. Look, it's an empty bowl.
3?
He's one
Fine.
res left. One res left.
Alright, it's a 15 to attack,
Hits.
and that'll guarantee get it
Yep.
with a 6.
Of course. No kill like overkill. At least I didn't get to delete anything else.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, not the worst.
I mean,
Right.
honestly, like the only reason why you took any damage was because you crit failed twice.
However, I think I've done all my 3 actions.
Yes, that was your third. So,
anyone else want to do anything? I just want to make sure that I'm not like stealing.
That's gonna
any role play or actions you guys want to be doing.
Well, he's in the net fighting for information, putting his all in. We have Blackstone and Stitcher back there trying to figure out how to make a still, something they can use to make a drink.
Okay.
Would library search help me find alcohol?
No. Nope. They don't allow that in the library, sorry. You'd have to go to like a collection location of.
Do we have any potatoes?
That's gonna take a while.
You know, I made an industrial grade still. It won't take as long as you think.
We'll get to it. But you're working on tinkering on something, and you're getting a lot of weird looks.
I think, would I be able to use science to deduce what I could use to, as materials that I can find to make alcohol?
As long as you're not going to try to ferment the nanite plague, we're fine.
But that could be interesting.
It really kicks at the next day.
What you did is you created a special one that what it does is actually accelerate.
Oh, you know what? Oh my god, let's go!
Yes.
Sweet. So you accelerate the plague. Good job.
Yeah.
So anyone who drinks it now can have the plague affect them 10 times faster.
This is one of those Dukes of Hazzard moments. Where it's like, what happened? Well, you see. It sounded like a good idea at the time.
Hold my beer.
Here, hold my beer while I figure this out.
You find a control node.
Got a control node.
This control node is for the fire systems as well as for
Amazing.
lights and everything at the rail station.
Uh-huh.
By
fire system, I'm assuming you mean fire suppression system?
Yes, fire alarm and suppression. Fire alarm, fire suppression, these lights to activate and like tell trains to stop or not stop, you know, and the internal lights.
All right.
Just controlling the functionalities of the building. So you could literally start making the lights flicker on, you know.
Yeah, but then someone's
Parliament
gonna come
panic.
looking for what the hell's going on. Trying to be stealthy here.
Oh, I know. I didn't say you'd actually do it. I didn't think you're dumb enough to do it. But I wanted to give you the opportunity.
It ignores this node.
It's like, this is not useful.
And you find a saber tooth. Yay!
Alright.
Saber tooths are fun. They don't do anything bad. Never.
Alright.
So a saber tooth is a anti-program black ice. It deals damage to a program. If the damage would be enough to de-res the program, it is instead destroyed. Huh. See a trend here.
Yeah, funny that. This wouldn't be the old net at all, would it?
Nah. Not at all.
Come on, please. Alright,
Oh,
well.
what is
we're
going on
to
tonight?
Try and slide with a -2. I don't know, but I keep rolling ones and it's not pleasant.
No, not at all.
But I got an 11 on my slide, and it rolled way higher.
Don't you have one more action?
I'm not going anywhere.
One more
I
action.
do have one more
Yep.
action.
Can you slide twice?
Yep.
I can. Going to. Off we go.
Hey. You slid.
Yay!
Okay.
Alright.
You need to design a program called the Electro Slide that uses your dance stat.
My dad's stat's horrible.
So that means you can leave that floor going up or down.
What, you mean Zid just can't turn into the ghost of Michael Jackson?
I only see one direction that can go, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, I said you could move up or down, meaning you could basically leave back to the control node, or you can go deeper into the net. You probably want to go deeper into the net, but you know, that way you can find the dragon.
We love dragons. We love dragons.
Because you know, the old net was never known to defend its precious files.
No, it's fine.
Here there be dragons. What? This is not an old world map.
Yeah, so this is a anti-program black ice. It deals 66 damage to programs.
Shocking.
Is this
66?
Yeah.
Done.
I think these are all
You said
built correctly.
66?
Double check.
No, 66. It's 66, not 66.
God.
Come on, 66.
That's what I meant, like 6d6.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
All right. So yeah,
they don't
dragon
have-
sliding.
All right.
Oh,
I'm pulling for you.
Yeah.
we're gonna call this Dragon
It's
Slayer.
good, but
No more.
slaying dragons good? I don't know about that. He doesn't know about that. Oop.
There are two types of
Yeah,
net runners: the brute force net runner and the one that just wants to never be noticed.
Oh my god! The dragon was sleeping!
So in very much Bilbo style with the dragon, you tiptoe around the thing as it wakes.
Bilbo style.
You defeated Smaug.
Alright.
So when Blackstone and I go into brewing, we're calling it Dragon Slayer in your honor.
No, you're not. You don't know anything about it.
Oh, until Zid starts bragging.
Ooh, and look what you find. Keep in mind, all you know right now is it's a file.
Yeah. Oh,
However,
I
you
take.
can choose to try to open the file and identify it. ID allows you to determine the value of file, which I feel it tells you what the file is, thereby allowing you to give it a value.
Draw. It's a 10.
That is precisely the exact number you would have had to make. You see not only file with the map layout of the train that is here, but of the whole nation's old train systems.
Well, that's huge.
Everything.
Motherload.
Full transit details. Hey, it's risky going in the old net. He lost a
There's
program.
some real good stuff in here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Zid sees this, and I think Zid is gonna make a pathfinding check because he might get greedy if this rolls well.
Okay.
All right. It does not, so he's getting the hell out of here.
It looks foggy up ahead.
Yeah, Zid does not know, and he's just like,
No.
oh, yeah, there could be some real good stuff in here.
Zid got the file and commits to leaving. So what I'm going to
commit to
do
leaving.
for you, Matt, is let you get a sneak peek of what you would have seen there. So I'm going to off-click you. You would have only had a lich to proceed into next.
Oh, that's all, yeah.
And then the rest of the floor didn't actually populate there. So I would have then had to modify it anyways to show the rest. The rest
It
was
wasn't good things.
not for a while. The rest would have been a lich, followed by a raven, 2 ravens, followed by control node, password control node.
All right, well,
Which
we
the
got
control
out.
nodes could have allowed you to do some things, but nothing you really need to. So you didn't miss any files, which is really what you want as a net runner.
That's what's
Yeah,
worth the money.
now,
Exactly.
do I need to...
Save file as.
Well,
I don't need to make a cloak check on exiting, or
that's up to you. Do you want to cloak going out? You do know this is old net.
What does that mean for cloaking? And
it just means it's old net. If you don't cloak, anyone who comes back into this network architecture and looks in this area can see your fingerprints essentially all over it.
I will spend my last point of luck for today.
But
it's a 12.
Since they'll have to get a 12 or better to determine that you're here. However, being the old net, the probability someone's going to come out here, delve into this area, try to find you, fairly low.
I know, but we already established it is trying to be stealthy.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't disagree with you doing it. I completely agree with you doing it. I'm just saying the risk factor for those watching, allowing them to know, yes, the old net is higher risk, higher reward, but there's less chance that someone else is going to be crazy enough to come along behind and try to find what you were doing or who did it.
So, we're okay with being a little bit adult and a little bit crass at times, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Zid comes out of this situation, and Harlan's in the room. And
probably just going, I don't fucking care what peanuts cost in the goddamn train.
So Sid comes out and he sort of he breathes a sigh, and Harlan will hear him, and he goes, "Hey, Harlan.
Yeah.
You know when your daddy bust his nut in his mum, and she got the load? Yeah, well, I got the mother load."
And Harlan's gonna pause, process that for just a second, and look over your shoulder and goes, "Was that a 'you fucked my mother' comment? Are you really trying to disappoint someone else's parents too?"
Because, well, it wasn't me.
What'd you get, my man? What'd you get?
Sid will be like, so we wanted a simple map, yeah?
And Harlan, you do finally, when you're talking, you see the map that you're looking for there. It's a basic paper map showing where you need to go, show you some detail.
So I got that, and also I got the track connected to that, and the track connected to that, and the track connected to that, and the track connected to that.
Are you telling me you got the map for the whole fucking country? Is that what you're telling me? Nice. What it cost you? Hey, I know enough about how the old net is to know that there's gonna be a cost that probably happened like that.
He goes, it cost me one program. I am not devastated, but it will take me some time to find another worm.
Well, if we get back to Night City, I know some people. We'll be fine.
I think we can call in the troops, though. I think we've got what we need.
Good. Anything else that I thought was interesting here in the few seconds the 5 minutes top that I've been looking?
Oh, you haven't been looking that long. You've been looking for maybe 30 seconds. Yeah.
Well, the information that you got, Harlan, basically verifies what Zid found, and is basically a physical copy you can kind of show. Because, right now it's a file in his the hardware, right?
We don't want to share all of that information with the nomads. That is not what they're paying us for. They're paying us for this physical map. That's all kinds of extra info for us to use as we need later.
Right. But what that means is you have the physical map with some details that can be updated with the info that Zid has to allow you to have a good resource to strategize with the nomads to make your plan. So what that means is,
we can strand that train.
Since you both succeeded you guys will have a +2 circumstance bonus to any checks you do for planning on the train attack.
Good.
Nice.
Because you double succeeded here, and very well at that.
And as we're walking back, you realize that these bastards, when they were running this train, were charging $9.50 for a pack of peanuts.
No way, man.
It's on the paper. I read it. Let's go.
Maybe I should charge you that for peanuts in my van, huh?
Do you have peanuts in your van, Ajo?
Pulls up a few packing peanuts. I have peanuts.
Those aren't edible.
Oh, you didn't say edible. He throws them out. Let's go. So,
Into the van I get. And if anybody argues with shotgun, I want to see their shotgun.
there you go. Zid would show you his grenade launcher.
That trumps shotgun.
This Narny.
No, I was joking. That would be Zid's call. I'm just saying, like, the one thing I could think of in the party that would trump shotgun. Big tube that launches big boom.
It's not very often that Zid will try and strong cock things. Like he's not really that sort of guy.
Yeah, that was one time that he did in there, and that was to be funny and stuff. But yeah, that was good.
So we're gonna go look at Ajo and say, back to where the other nomads were, and let's hope none of them have the disease. You should really give Stitcher that blood sample.
We'll see. I don't know. So, you guys get back as you see Blackstone in the back with this weird metal contraption, and they're like dancing around because they just got their device finished to produce something that could resemble a drink.
What are the two of you
doing? Like a eureka moment.
Well, you guys have seen like Firefly, where what's her name, Kaylee makes that engine cleaner booze and such. That's like, you're like, well, it's 95% booze like
smooth.
Yes.
Well, keep in mind that I had a buddy of mine that worked at an ethanol plant here where I was at, and he would literally take home pure ethanol, and one of his roommates thought, I'm gonna drink that. He's like, no dude, I brought that home as engine degreaser. You want to fucking go blind? What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
he did. He used it as engine degreaser because it worked fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the thing that successfully it'll work. It'll kill brain cells. It'll make you tipsy, but
it'll kill a few more than.
Go ahead and take it in moderation, or you're going to,
Hey, will it kill nanites?
We're gonna find out.
So, that is where we're going to call it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. It has been a blast. We're at a great stopping point.
It was great.
And that gives us a chance to not get too far ahead without Ajo. Hopefully he can make it next week.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to get real awkward. Trying to figure out if he gets his blood drawn or not and all that. But you guys did awesome. Good job on the file. You guys got your mission complete. And we can have fun.
Awesome.
To all you viewers, thank you so much for joining us for this story. This has been a great adventure. Hope you all thoroughly enjoy. Until next time, as always, be sure to check out all these fine folks. Enjoy the story. We'll see you guys next time.